Hey, what's up guys? In today's video I'm going to be teaching you how you can find meme coins before they 100x and increase your profitability. So first things first, it is important to see as many coins as possible. You want to spend more time than anybody scanning these coins because a $1 million market cap coin could be created literally at any moment. So what you want to do is just sit there for as long as possible throughout your day and just watch new creations, right? That's one thing you want to do. Next thing you want to do is just be able to see every coin that is created. For that reason, my strategy and a lot of people's strategy is to just have an empty filter, right? If you start putting these extra filters, you're gonna miss some potential coins, potential runners. So I think the best strategy would be just to keep it empty. You might have like one filter that I can see people putting is having one social, which adds legitimacy to a project. But for example, if a coin is a quick runner, let's say Elon Musk posts, there's usually like people are trying to create coins quickly and they might not post a social on it, so you might miss that. So, but for that reason, I just want to say that you just want to have an empty filter for new creations. Same thing for about to graduate coins. You want to see all the coins that are about to graduate. And then for graduated, you can have one filter, which is a $20,000 market cap minimum, because from my experiences, whenever coin graduates and completely dumps to like from 70k to 80k market cap, it usually never recovers. So there's a lot of coins that are graduated and most of them are bundles, but you want to see coins that are genuinely good. So you don't want coins that are dead to take up your spots on the column. So yeah, that's my filters. Next thing I want to talk about is the fees, right? If you want to buy a coin, you need to have good fees so that your transaction goes through before other people's transaction. And not even that, you just want to make sure the transaction even takes place in the first place. So let's start from default settings, right? Default settings you want to use for coins that are, obviously like nothing special, it's like just new creations. For example, this coin, the chart is not loading on BullX, but give it a second. For example, for default settings, right, I have priority fees, which are 0.02, which is above the current minimum, so that's good. You can see here, right, my slippage limit right now is 10% because I have my MEF disabled for these coins that are new creations, because most of them usually gonna go to 0. So if I have a MEF protection, I'm gonna pay higher fees, but by having a slippage limit at like 10%, even if I get MEF'd, I'm only gonna pay like 10% more, right? So that's good. Say I want to buy 0.5 and I get MEF'd, I would only pay 0.55, which is not that bad. But if you buy like one soul worth and then you get MEF'd, you still only get filled for like 1.1, which is not that bad. When I used to have like 30%, 50%, sometimes 100% slippage, I would pay twice the amount and immediately buy a coin at a loss, which is not great. But yeah, so also here you can see the current live bribe fees, 0.001. Mine is 0.002, which is above the bribe fee. So my bribes are higher than the average right now, so meaning my transaction should be ahead of other people's. Same thing goes for the settings. The only difference is that my slippage is higher because I want my transaction to have a bigger window to be able to go through. So let's say for example, this coin, right? If I want to sell here, and my transaction fee, my slippage was like 10%. I want to sell here. Next thing you know, it's at 6k. My transaction slippage limit was exceeded, and my transaction didn't go through. So it didn't go through, and that would take me the next second. It will go even lower and lower. So that would be like a 50% loss, and you do not want that. You want to be able to get out quickly. For that reason, you want to have a slightly higher slippage limit. Next thing is MEF Protect on coins that have a lot of volume. Let's say this one, right? You can see people are buying non-stop over here. This is where usually MEFs happen to people. So let's say I want to buy 0.5. Anything with 0.5 or above, you're probably gonna get MEF'd. So for that reason, like I said, you want to go to your MEF settings, you know, have you the same thing goes for priority and bribe fees. You want to have above here, and just have higher slippage limit because MEF takes longer to go through because it's a slower transaction, but it makes sure that you do not get front run and dumped on. So you don't have your MEF enabled. It costs more to have to process a MEF transaction, but it is worth it because at least you're not going to be selling for a loss, buying for a loss. The sell settings, basically the same thing, just have the MEF disabled on sell settings because it is rare for a MEF to be for you to get MEF'd on a sell because it's just rare. It just barely ever happens, especially on like coins that are relatively new. And my final order setting is 0 fees. Let's say you were to buy a coin, right? You want to buy this coin, and you see that there's, let's say you bought here at the bottom, and then you see over here, right? The coin dies. There's literally no holders. Everybody's basically out. There's no people buying, so you want to save on your fees. So what you do is choose 0 fees. You know, let's say if you want to buy and there's no buyers, you can still buy it for 0 fees, right? So basically just 0 fee everything, 0, 30% slippage limit, disabled MEV, 0 bribe. Then for settings, same thing. Sell settings, same thing. I would actually put 30% here, and 0, 0, 0, 0 everything, and yeah, that's my settings. Yeah, and also if you want to look at the live bribe fees over here, go in the corner and look at the actual detailed information on transaction bribes and fees and gas and everything. So as you can see, the higher you pay, 0.03, right? Your landing time is 0 seconds, minimum 0 seconds, maximum 0 seconds. So this is basically means your transaction will be immediate if your bribe is at 0.03. For your priority fee, same thing, right? If you have 0.04, right? Your landing time is 0, minimum 0, maximum will take is 1 second. So obviously the higher you pay in the priority fees and bribe fees, the faster your transaction will be. So yeah, if you want to make sure that your transactions are always at their best and their highest, so just go here and make sure that everything aligns. And yeah, for this video, I just want to keep it at that. I want to have I want to show you guys quickly how to, make sure to catch these coins when they're created. And just make sure that your transactions go through quickly. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. In my next video, I'm gonna talk about how to add wallets that are highly profitable and make sure that you see what people are buying. Yeah, so on this note, I want to end the video here. See you guys in the next video.